It was just sort of fairly organic, really. I think I was running kids' camps, so the kids would come for a couple of days, and the people that were picking them up tended to be the mums. Don't know why, but they tended to be the mums, and they often said, "Oh, this is great. We'd like to do this." So it ended up being there was enough mums to run a mums-only coaching camp. So that worked out really well. Yeah.
I do think it's important that as a woman, I'm running the business. However, I'm sure some people will assume that I've just put my name to something in a sort of celebrity way, because that happens all the time, doesn't it? 5 minutes with me, they'll find out it's more than that. And from that perspective, as a mum, I get it. I've washed too many sheets. I've dealt with too many dramas. I get it, and most other women would too. So I think they like to know that whoever's running it understands. And if there's ever, social media is a wonderful thing, but it can also be a very negative thing. If someone's not happy with what you've done or what you've sold them, they will come out and say it. So I'm very proactive with that if it ever happens. Thankfully, it doesn't happen very often. But I'll actually either phone the customer or tweet them or email them back and say, "You're absolutely right, I'm so sorry. We're learning, we're trying, we'll get there." And they love that.
The brand is all about fun. So we've got an association, the Golfin is an association with Dolphin. Our branding has got some dolphins kind of floating about in there. It's really to inspire the kids to associate golf with fun, rather than it being a boring old fuddy-duddies type of sport. But it's very similar for boys and girls. Yes, we've got the blue for the boys, and we've got the pink in the branding for the girls. But loads of girls love blue, so it's pretty unisex in terms of the branding. But it's more about the fun. So the marketing approach is very similar for the boys and the girls.
Yeah, no, we do we can't afford to do two different marketing campaigns to attract both. There is imagery and wording that you would use to attract more of the female market and more of the male market. But because we can't afford to do that, two separate, you have to try and find a way to blend the two. So you have to be very careful that we don't use too many pinks and we use purples instead. And the prose and the tone that we use when we're writing things, is more not gender biased. We don't use pictures of just women on the things. We make sure we get guys in there as well. So you have to have a bit of thought process behind that when you're doing your marketing material.
Not so much, no. Really, when we send any promotional materials out, it will go directly to the school or organisation. Or if we're doing social media, it's mostly addressed to the parents, because obviously we don't expect 5 or 6 year olds to have Facebook accounts and stuff like that. So generally our materials are aimed at the adult market, really, for them to make the decision whether the children get to experience it, whether it's through a school or birthday party or something like that.
And you aiming that at mums and dads?
Yeah, definitely mums and dads. The mums seem to be the majority of inquiries as such, but yeah, definitely dads as well.